Hope Pastures is a small charity which rescues, rehabilitates and rehomes as many horses and donkeys as their funding allows. For every £1 that is donated to Hope Pastures, 95p goes directly to helping the animals, allowing them to give horses like Asher a second chance.
Before I rehomed him, he was brought into Hope Pastures, and in Hope Pastures he was very ill, very malnutritioned. He had fleas, he had feather mites. It was really quite a poorly pony.
We found out that basically this woman had just rescued the pony. She'd found him wandering the streets and being beaten by some children. So what we did, we collected him and we encouraged him to walk up to our stables. But he was just a really quiet, really depressed and really neglected pony. He was also very thin. So he was so thin that on a scale of 1 to 5, he was actually a condition score of 0.1. So that's emaciated state. It just makes the job so worthwhile because we see them in a terrible state where they're neglected, where they're uncared for, abandoned, unwanted. We're gaining their trust, we're handling them, getting them physically and emotionally healthier until we see them to the point where they're in a really good, loving home. He ended up being such a pleasure to rehabilitate. He was really desperately in need of help, and we just gave him the best care that we could possibly give him for about 6 to 8 months until he went to live with Diane, Richard and Louis, their other horse.
Even though he was so young and so thin, he was such a cutie and he had character right from day one. He was very similar to my older horse, so as soon as I saw him, I really wanted to rehome him as soon as I could. I think because I'd worked there as a volunteer, they knew me and they knew what I was like with the horses, but they also came to do a home check to make sure that everything was as it should be for a horse to go to a new home, and they wanted to check that he would be cared for and that he would be looked after during the process of his still being ill. Initially he didn't really know how to react because he'd been kept by himself quite a lot at Hope Pastures due to the fact that he'd been so poorly. He just used to stand and watch the other horses running around the field, but then eventually we introduced him to them and he made friends quite quickly. He's always been quite a friendly pony and he loves playing. He's got quite a lot of friends on the yard now. My favourite memory with Asher has got to be the first show that we went to. He was incredibly well behaved despite he'd never done anything like that before, and he came away with 3 rosettes, so I was really proud of him. I'm very happy with his progress. He's coming on quite well. It's one thing getting a horse that's already sort of rideable and can do everything. It's another thing getting a pony that's been so ill and watching them just grow and grow and grow and be able to do new things every day. We're hoping to achieve quite a bit more. We've done a summer camp this summer and we did lots of jumping and things, so I'm hoping that in the next 5 years we can do more charity rides and we can do a few more summer camps as well, because we had great fun there. I would recommend rehoming a horse. It's very rewarding, it's hard work, but it is very rewarding.